Yo, 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 what is up? Welcome to the For Collectors channel. This is your narrator, Pepino Man. All right. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a card that I bought for cheap that's worth a lot more money now. Let me talk about a card story, one of my best card stories. I don't know if you want to call it that. And also my best pack pulled card. Or should I say cards? All right. So strap in because here we go. All right, so the card I'm be talking about that I think probably shot up in value the most from when I bought it was a card I bought in 2018. All right, this 1953 Topps Mickey Mantle. All right, and I got this card for 800 bucks. Now, 800 bucks isn't exactly the kind of money that I could just shell out. You know, like here's 800 bucks. Thank you for the cardboard. I love you, Mickey, and take them home. It doesn't work that way for me. I had to do it on layaway. But normally a card like this, I mean, wasn't even in my radar. I didn't even think I could actually afford a card like this back then. But a lot of things came in place to make that card happen. All right, started off, I was right in the middle of trying to buy a house. I mean, actually, had been trying to buy a house for years, but it's tricky buying a house in California. I mean, houses just kept getting taken out from under me. So how it started is the first house that we're looking at needed a $50,000 down payment. So they told me to take out my 401k. Went to work. I had like $51,000 in my 401k. So I took out 50,000 for the down payment on the house, and everything was in the works. Like, woo, I'm gonna be a homeowner. Well, the state of California taxed me $15,000 to take out my 401k of 50. So I ended up with like $36,000. So lost that house. You know, we were looking at another house. They needed $30,000 down. We had it, put our bid in. We were already celebrating, like, yeah, the house is gonna be ours. Then flipper comes, buys it cash. So we lost that house. You know, went to another house. I remember we found one for like $25,000 down. Same thing kept happening. You put your bid down, and they act like you're the only buyer, and then a flipper will come and buy it cash because they're just gonna, remodel it real quick and cheap, and sell it for a profit. So you're always gonna lose out to the people who buy cash, man. It's just flippers. Oh. All right, but anyways, then they ended up coming to this house, and this house where I'm at right now, they told us 30,000 down. Well, we were like, yeah, we got it. And then the house failed inspection because they had painted the bricks. They had a leak on the roof, which still leaks, to say the truth. But it failed inspection, so that went down. And when we redid the house, like put in a second bid, like after they got everything straightened out, we ended up, because of some new program, we ended up getting it for 15,000 down. All right, and I had 36,000 in the bank. So put 15 down on the house, and then I had remodeled my kitchen with the other 15,000. But I had like $1,000 left. So with that $1,000 that I had left, I used $400 to put a down payment, put this card on layaway. And then I was really sweating the other $300. Like, how am I going to get those $300? But then got a check in the mail. My World Series bonus. My World Series bonus was like $8,000 gross. And by the time California took its taxes out for that, I got like a $3,800 check. So that was my bonus from Dodgers. It was actually like 8,000, but after taxes it was like 3,800. So I bought flooring for my house with those $3,000, and with the $300 I had left, I went to go make a $300 payment. All right, now mind you, this card, the lady was selling it for 1,000, and then I was like, that's just too much for me. I go, even on layaway. She said, what about 900? So I was like, yeah. So the plan was 900 on layaway. So I went with those extra 300 I got to put a down payment on this, and then I would only owe 100. And this was right before Christmas. So I go and I put down $300 on the card, and she's only $100 left, huh? And I'm like, yeah. She's you know what? Take the card. And I'm all right. I'll give you the $100 later. She's nah. You've been a good customer. Merry Christmas. I'll let you have it for 800. So got this card for 800. Like everything fell in place, And now it's like a $5,000 card. I think it peaked like in 2021, 22. Some sold for like 6,000 in this grade. So I'm an investor. I didn't even know it. All right, so that's probably my greatest card that just shot up in value. And like I said, it was the work of the Lord. All right, so card story wise now, we're going to talk about this Sandy Koufax rookie. All right, so this card I bought in one of those years where I ended up getting like $500 through one of my bonus checks from playoffs from the Dodgers. And so I paid for this card cash, TTN, through the mail. This was a long time ago. So let me see if I could find how I would send the money in a plain white envelope. I sent $500 cashola. All right, so this guy lived in Boston, Massachusetts, and I bought a lot of cards from him, and I bought the Sandy Koufax rookie from him for $500. I mean, it looks like it's great. And so I sent him $500 in a plain white envelope, like I used to do every transaction before that. But when you stick it in a plain white envelope, you could obviously see through the envelope that it's money. So every day at Dodger Stadium, when I would walk into work, I would just pick up a handful of these pocket schedules, which is basically a schedule of the season, that they have. They do this every year. So I would grab one of these pocket schedules and put the money inside of it, and I would mail it out like this, so you couldn't see that it was money in this. And if you held it up, you could just see that it was a pocket schedule, and never had a problem. I mean, gracias a Dios, because I probably did thousands of dollars transactions in cash in plain white envelopes, but I used this method like this. Did that for years, and I still do that. I don't shop online. I have no way of paying you cash. Every once in a while I have PayPal, but man, my account has gotten hacked twice, so I try not to go that way. I think it's safer. I have a 100% success rate with the plain white envelope, and I've been hacked twice on PayPal, so you tell me what's safer. Does the math lie? So anyways, that's not even the story about this card. This card, I said this actually not too long ago in another video, as well as that Mickey Mantle. But I had this in my Dodger backpack. Basically, I had a backpack, and I would take that everywhere with me. And I always had my best baseball cards. I had my 56 Topps Mickey Mantle. I had the Sandy Koufax rookie. I had a Duke Snider. I had all my best cards, and I would take them everywhere with me to just take pictures. So I would go to Dodger Stadium, put this on the mound, take a picture of it on the mound, stuff like that. And back then, that's when we used to get Bazooka Joe bubblegum all the time. So I would go to the dugout, just grab a handful, put it in my pocket. When I'm getting out of work, I'd put it in my backpack, and I'd take them home and just give them away, send them in care packages. But one day I remember walking to my car. So you got to figure, by the time we get out of work, like our cars are one of the last cars in the parking lot. So I'm walking to my car, and when I get in my car and I turn on the lights, I see this trail of stuff coming all the way to my car from the stadium. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm looking at it in the dark, get out of my car, and they're pieces of the Bazooka Joe bubblegums. And so I look at my backpack, and it has a hole in it. And I was like, I'm going to have to get a new backpack. So that was Friday night. And then on Saturday, we had another night game. Now I'm at home in the afternoon watching TV. I hear noise coming from my driveway. Go outside. There's some guy by my car. When he sees me, he acts like he's peeing. He says, hey, I'm just taking a pee. And I say, hey, man, take a pee and get out of here, whatever. Didn't make a big deal out of it. Went back inside, started watching TV. And then I hear my neighbor lady screaming at somebody. So I go outside, and, commotion's gone. And so I go in my car real quick and I look inside and I notice my backpack is missing. I was like, man, he took my backpack, you know, and that's all. And the first thing I thought about was my Dodger uniform was in there and my Dodger check was in there because I still till this day get a physical check in the mail and I cash it at the liquor store. So I'm just like, oh man, my backpack's gone. And little do you know, I see this trail of gum going through the backyard. He jumped the fence to another street. He had his bike in the driveway. He just left it there. I got on his bike, rode around. I go around, had to go around the big old block to go into that dead end. And I look in the dead end and I didn't see him. I was like, oh man, I lost him. Then I see trails of bubblegum. Follow the trail. The dude is in a dumpster in back of some apartments, some ghetto ass apartments. He's inside the dumpster and he's just jumping out and he jumps out. And I'm like, hey, where's my backpack? And he's like, hey, it's inside the dumpster. I said, what did you take? I go, you know, I'm thinking about my check at first. He said, I didn't take anything, man. You didn't have anything good. I said, you're going to go in there, get me all my stuff, man. So I look in there. He jumps in there, man, which I was really surprised that he did. I didn't expect him to. But he jumps back in there and he starts getting all my stuff, put it in my backpack. And like I'm telling you, I had like probably over $1,000 worth of cards easily. You know, with the Sandy Koufax rookie, the 56 Topps Mantle, the Duke Snyders, I have my Pee Wee Reese in there. I mean, because when I first started collecting, that's all I bought was vintage at first. You know, everything on layaway. But anyways, he goes in there and he grabs all my stuff, puts them back in there, and then he gives it to me. And then I said, then he said something, you know, and I'm just like trying to like, hey man, I told him, hey, it's over, dude. You know, you got caught, you know, whatever. Okay, I'm leaving. We're done. And then, you know, this dude was all tatted up. He was like an old gang member, but you could tell he's all sconted out, just skinny. Then he starts talking smack to me. Oh, you know, I'm not gonna get into it. But anyways, like I got in a rage because I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to attack the dude because, like I said, he knows where I live, but I know nothing about this guy. So I just wanted to tan. In my rage, I grabbed his bike. I was about to take off on his bike, and I just grabbed his bike and I body slammed him. Like I just felt like Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant. And then like, he just looked at me and he's okay, it's over, man. And I walk home. But I ended up getting all my cards back. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure I got everything back. So that's a card story with this Sandy Koufax. Now, my best pack pulls. Like I said, I got two. I'm choosing two because I'm going with one that's actually a pack pulled. And both of these are from 2018. 2018 was a great year. I actually pulled a Patrick Mahomes. You can find a lot of good cards in retail. You know, not all the good stuff was in hobby. But I did pull this. I pulled a Patrick Mahomes shimmer that was supposed to be super rare. And when I took it to the National, a lot of people were telling me, hey, that's a $300 card draw if you grade it even more. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, cool. And then I made a video about it, even though, you know, and I said, hey, I also got this Patrick Mahomes. A lot of people tell me it's worth money. And one of my YouTube friends like, hey, he's a Patrick Mahomes collector. And he's like, hey, I'll buy that card off you. And I was like, dude, you can have it free. Send it to him, man. And that was probably one of the great packages I felt, you know, good about sending. But anyways, another card that I pulled from a pack of Target is this Shohei Ohtani, numbered 27 out of 50. All right, so it's a numbered gold refractor Ohtani rookie. All right, so that was a great pull, man. And I remember nobody made a big deal about it because there was another Shohei Ohtani card at that time that had a bounty on it. There was a card that had a bounty, so this wasn't like the card that anybody wanted. They all wanted the card that had the bounty on it. But great pull. And the second card that I'm going to say that I pulled was probably the one I got the most excited about. But it was a redemption card, all right? But send it out. Had my wife send it out. And it's this Bryce Harper. And this is also numbered 3 of 3. So it's a numbered out of 3 Bryce Harper 2000 2017 Topps. Red gold label with the gold frame. All right. That's a sweet card. And I was and back then, 2017, the people I was chasing the most was Bryce Harper, Chris Bryant, and Nolan Arenado, and Mike Stanton. Those are my four main guys I was chasing. So pulling the Bryce Harper was big for me. I'm sure I have this on one of my videos when I pulled it. I'm opening the packs. And this one is on a video. I opened it up at the card shop when I bought the gold label box. So I think it's actually on his channel of my LCS when I bought this one. But guys, hope you enjoyed a little bit of collector talk, man. I just love talking baseball cards and collecting cards. You know, that's why I'm a part of the four collectors. Four collectors. So today just highlighted my Mickey Mantle 53. My 55 Topps Sandy Koufax. And my pools from packs. The Bryce Harper and Shohei Showtime Ohtani. Right, so love the hobby, people. And just keep collecting baseball cards forever, SA. Ciao! Keep watching for collectors. And in case you're curious, my best card purchase this year so far is a Salacious B. Crumb, numbered 4 out of 5. Salacious Crumb, that's my dude from Star Wars. So that's my best pickup from the year so far. What's yours?